the Bremse.
No, you don't. Yep.
The kids are at school.
Oops.
No crying. No.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. Because they are grown-ups now. Almost. How are you?
Good. Just late. Going.
Bye. To my mechanic. The brakes are squeaking so badly. And we changed the brakes, all 4 of them, last August. And since then, they always squeaked a bit. But recently, it's really bad. I mean, like, people are looking at me when I drive up somewhere. I mean, I wonder when I'm at home and Anna comes with the car, what's that noise? That's our car. Oh no, we have to do something about that. So I talked with my car mechanic and he said new brakes tend to do that. So what I need to do is nothing less than having fun with the car. And his advice, Peter, you need to drive fast and brake hard so that you get some temperature into the brakes, and that will help. Well, that sounds good. Drive hard and hit the brakes. Very nice, very nice. I'm having fun all day long. What I'm doing? Well, I'm out here and I'm trying to do some book notes on this book, which will appear on my other channel. You know, I have another channel. And have you seen, I gave this channel another name, Peter in his 40s, because that's how I feel right now, in my 40s. Today, no workout for me, because the last 2 days I did workouts. And when you work out in your 40s, you feel tired. You feel paralyzed. That's exactly how I feel today. After doing for 2 days consecutively really hard workouts, today everything hurts and it's not going away that fast. That's one way how I feel that I'm almost 40. A millennial turning 40. That's unbelievable. And funnily enough, I saw today this article in The Guardian that your 40s will be the unhappiest years of your life. Thank you for that. So I'm looking forward to the unhappiest 10 years of my life. That's the famous U-curve. Let me explain. So you see, that's why I'm here. No workout today for me, just a nice walk in the park, some recovery, and I hope tomorrow I'm back again in action. So the article was describing how surprising it feels when someone thinks that they are 40 now. I catch myself surprised when I watch news, for example, and then there is a headline, a 40-year-old man. That sounds so old. In my mind, I'm not old. I'm like in my mid-20s. But no, I'm almost 40 now. That's something. How would I have to remember, how did I imagine will I be in my 40s? I think most of us are not thinking, when we are 25, how we will be at 40. Definitely, I was not thinking that in my 40s, I will be on a different continent in Australia. Yeah. That's surprising. But this reminded me of this book, and funnily enough that I do the notes on it, this chapter says why you shouldn't worry about getting old. And he describes this U-shape, and he mentions it here, saying that according to a study of 10,000 people, one ability to understand someone else's emotional state peaks in your 40s and 50s. The understanding the emotional state of someone else peaks in our 40s and 50s. And one striking result from several studies is that life satisfaction peaks at 23 and at 69. 23 and 69. This is the famous U-shaped curve where you are happiest at 23 and then your happiness plummets, bottoming at 50 and then climbing back up to 69. Crazy. This is independent whether you have children or whether you are single or maybe even whether you support the Irish football team. It's just how life is. When we're younger, we rate it lower. So if you're feeling miserable with your life, wait. As a wise old man once said, at age 20, we worry about what others think of us. At age 40, we don't care what others think of us. And at age 60, we discover they haven't been thinking of us at all. So it's well worth hanging on in there and aging gracefully, as things only get better with age. That's good. Although I'm not happy to hear that it's getting worse the next 10 years before it's getting better. Maybe I can do something about it. What do you think? The door is not opening. I need to fix the water thing. It's always on and no one is refilling it. Not me, not Anna typically. Is there anything we can do to stop the aging process and live forever? Of course there is. Maybe not live forever. We have to accept that we are aging and we should do it gracefully, but we can do some things. And for me, look, here are 3 things I'm doing much more than I did when I was in my 20s. I regret not doing them in my 20s. Number 1, I exercise much more often and much more regularly and much more harder than I did in my 20s. Number 2, I eat much healthier and I'm not drinking any sugary soft drinks. My favorite one, the new one, is this one here, kombucha. Not necessarily this company. There are many different kombuchas, but this kombucha has 1 gram sugar. That sounds good. Tastes a bit vinegary and maybe not the taste for everyone, but definitely much better than Coke. I drank Coke in my 20s every day and it was bad. And number 3, I'm sleeping on a regular schedule, 8 hours a day, almost every day at the same time. I believe if I'm doing that now, maybe my 40s won't be that miserable. But we see that together because the plan is to vlog the next 10 years. What? Peter in his 40s. My new channel title. So let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad.